Welcome to our second session. Yesterday we looked at challenges to our beliefs and how in general we should respond. Today I would like to look at a specific challenge we may face. Is Jesus just my truth, or is he the truth for everyone? And my focus is going to be on what the Gospels say about this question. These days, people around us might say that to claim your beliefs were the truth was very arrogant or naive. They might say, or at least think, you have your way of seeing the world, and I have mine, and that's fine. There is no absolute truth. The truth is just about what works for you. The belief that people have ideas that are true for them but not for everyone makes sense for questions like, is that a good painting? Or, is it polite or insulting to hold a door open for a lady? But for other questions, I don't think it makes any sense. Is that an egg? Has a right or wrong answer. And likewise the question, does God exist? Has a right answer, even if no one can prove it and people disagree on what the right answer is. Often in the Gospels, Jesus would say, "Truly, truly, I say to you," before giving his words of teaching. He is doubly emphasizing that what he is about to say is both important and true, and also that he has his own authority to teach this way. Frequently, the other Jewish rabbis of Jesus' time would point to noted teachers in the past to confirm the truth of what they were saying. But Jesus would quote from the Hebrew Scriptures, the Old Testament, "You have heard that it was said," and then say, "But I say to you." He was not contradicting the Scriptures, but claimed that he had the authority to explain the Scriptures in a way that none of their other teachers would have dared to do. He was teaching as if the words were true, because they came from none other than God himself. The Gospel of John's picture of Jesus focuses not just on his words, but who Jesus himself was. One of John's favourite words, used 23 times in the Gospel, is alethanos, which means true or genuine, real, authentic, not a counterfeit. So in chapter 1, verse 9, John uses this word to say of Jesus, "This was the true light that was coming into the world." Jesus, the one whose unique teaching showed the true, the genuine, the authentic way to understand and live life. Later, Jesus claims he is the bread of life, the true, genuine, and authentic source for real spiritual nourishment. In chapter 6, verse 32, we read Jesus saying, "It is my Father who gives you the true bread." And in chapter 15, verse 1, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener." The vine was used in the Old Testament as a symbol of Israel, God's people. So now Jesus is claiming that he himself is the true centre of the real, genuine, authentic people of God. So Jesus claims to be the true teacher, the true spiritual food, the true centre of God's own people. Or as he elsewhere said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." These are powerful claims we cannot ignore. Claims we cannot say are the words of just one good teacher among many, but the message of God's chosen. We are challenged to accept and center our lives around Jesus.
So take me as you find me, all my fears and failures. Fill my life again. I give my life to follow everything I believe in. Now I surrender. Now I surrender. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Shine your light and let the whole world see.
We're singing for the glory of the risen King.
Jesus, shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave.